Today guys on Beer Geek Nation, we're going to look at the latest release from Stone. This is the Stone Espresso Imperial Russian Stout, coming at 11% alcohol by volume. This is basically the classic standard Stone IRS, except they added Ryan Brothers Espresso in it to it, out of San Diego as well. You can also get the regular Stone IRS at the same time. They released them together, so you can try side by side if you want. And I noticed they actually have bottling dates on them now. It's the first time I've ever seen a Stone bottle with an actual bottling date. If you guys do want to pick this one up, you can go to qualityliquorstore.com and we'll have it shipped to you. You know, Stone IRS, one of the classics, one of the ones that got me into Imperial Russian Stout. So looking forward to this one. Seems like a no-brainer to add coffee to it. So let me see if it's just that. Let me get into a glass so you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give the final verdict on the Stone Espresso Imperial Russian Stout. All right, guys, so the aroma on the Espresso Imperial Stout. Yeah, definitely a lot of espresso. You get a nice kind of, you know, coffee bitterness. Lots of chocolate in this one. Dark chocolate, a cocoa powder, a little bit of a roast, a little bit of a sweet alcohol smell, a little bit of a vanilla kind of aroma coming off this one. Maybe a little bit of like a fruitiness, almost like a berry type of flavor that you get from the espresso. Yeah, just a very, very coffee forward smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Espresso Imperial Russian Stout. Cheers. Yeah, lots of coffee right at the front of the tongue. Huge pop of bitterness, espresso bitterness, coffee bitterness, dark chocolate bitterness. Middle of the mouth, you get a slight vanilla kind of undertone, a little bit of a dark fruit undertone, maybe a little bit of figgy type of flavor, raisin, nice cocoa powder, a little bit of milk chocolate, lots of that kind of coffee roastiness blended with the roastiness of the grains in there. Nice sweet finish on this one. Aftertaste, more of a bitter type of coffee, dark chocolate, a little bit of a cocoa powder, a little bit of vanilla. Yet again, I think the big difference between this and the standard version is that the coffee in this one is just making the chocolate scream. A lot more chocolate flavor to this one because of the bitterness from the coffee, and it adds a really, really nice accent to this beer. Just a great drinking beer. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Espresso Imperial Russian Stout, the odd year release, 2013 from Stone Brewing. Again, you can also get the standard Stone IRS 2013 as well, and you can get it at qualityliquorstore.com. Guys, going to give this one an A. You know, like I've said before, this beer is just a classic for me, one of my go-to Imperial Stouts. So when I heard they were adding espresso to it for this year's odd release, I was like, you know, kind of phoning in a little bit. You know, oh, let's just add a coffee to an Imperial Stout. But it's great coffee. I think the coffee actually adds something to the great base Imperial Stout, elevating it even better. It's not there, it's just an extra flavor. I think more chocolate definitely comes out of this beer with that espresso added. Definitely a different beer. I would suggest trying them side by side, and you're definitely going to see that kind of that chocolate character coming out of this one. If you guys don't like coffee beers, I would say give this one a shot anyway. It's a lot of coffee, but it really, really works, and it's more subdued. It's not a super aggressive coffee flavor. So really, really nice stuff. A really, you know, well-crafted coffee Imperial Stout. There's a ton of them out there. You know, it's just a kind of a basic style at this point, but just a really nice addition to that style. So with that said, getting an A from me. And remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.